around 2017 is when I stumbled upon it. I was still in the National Guard then, and my buddy that was I was stationed with told me to download it since I was a big Marvel geek. So I joined in the time when Stark, Spidey, and Kingpin were released that August. So I've been around maybe like 4 years, not with the OG players, but and then recently, about last year, I've always liked helping people with the knowledge of that I've learned in the game. Because when I get into something, I like devote a lot of my time to. So I was thinking maybe I could start a YouTube channel and help connect to more web-based players and just help them with all type of content and saving some units if I can.
Awesome, man. Seems like we just went live at the same time. Exon, hello. Do you hear him, Ink? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. I didn't hear what you guys said last. Like after I got done talking, there was a slight pause.
Yo, Exon, are you talking? Uh-oh.
I haven't heard him since when he asked that question.
Yeah, it looks like he's talking, but he's not. Oh. Still not hear you, Exon.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you now. I was wondering what happened. You went radio silence for a bit.
Yeah, like my computer locked up right as soon as I got done asking that question. I couldn't hear anybody.
Yeah, I'm doing it with off my phone actually. That's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
I'm doing it off my laptop, and usually it does fine. Sometimes there's music in the background, but whatever.
Yeah, gotcha.
We'll just start over. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of XN Interviews. Tonight, joining me, I've got my co-host JX
Hello.
and Ink MCOC. What's going on, everybody?
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So, what kind of made you want to start playing MCOC and start your YouTube channel?
All right, that's a lot of good questions, XN. First, I wanted to start playing Marvel Contest of Champions because I've always loved Marvel, the comics. Really dwelled a lot that when I was a child. It was a way to escape reality. And then when I was in the National Guard, I met a buddy that also played the game before me, and he recommended it to me. So that was back in 2017, I think. Yeah, that would be now. Yep. And I joined when it was Stark, Spidey, and Kingpin getting released in August. So that's when I was first learning the ropes of how to do that. When it comes to the YouTube channel, I've been playing approximately about 4 years now, and I run a series of chats and line Abyss chats to help summoners say content and give them voice. So I just like to connect with the interweb of the MCOC Society, which we have a lot of great members and supporters of it, and just want to help them save units. And I like to give knowledge of champions, what they could do, kind of like Falcon being a great champion with all the stuff that he's doing these days now too with the buff.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, with your YouTube channel, who were some of the first champions that you wanted to test out and that you really think you got the grasp of?
When I first started my YouTube channel, I pulled Longshot. So a lot of my majority of my earlier content was Longshot. I was trying them in Act 6, trying out his synergies. Went against, I think that's in February is when 6.4 came out, and I tried him against the Captain Marvel boss, and yeah, he burned her right up. About under a 50-second kill with that node, so it's really caught my eye with him. And then also Elsa, one of my biggest ones too. My first 6-star R3. So I still use her a lot to that day also.
Yeah, so what are some of the things that you find unique about Elsa versus other skill champions?
Well, there's a couple things, XN. One, her parry evade that she has, even without the Quake and Nick Fury synergy, counts as an intercept. So that is great for EB and flow and war on path 5, second part. So that counts as an intercept. So it's you don't even have to intercept there. You're literally when you parry, you're doing that yourself. And then also her great mechanics with Void, how she can shrug non-damage and debuffs off. I think 2 seconds. It might be correct. I cannot remember off the top of my head. And then just the way that she has busted debuffs, which no champion's immune to, kind of like Nova Flames. You could even go against a robot and still apply busted debuffs to him. So she has a lot of great things to her kit. Unfortunately, she came out through a year when a lot of our like meta champions came out, so she was overlooked in my opinion.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. She's definitely someone that I keep an eye on and definitely want on my roster. Excellent. Please don't tell me I lost you again.
That's what I was wondering.
Nah, yeah, he just started streaming and having the interview at the same time. So maybe his computer's just acting up today, even though last time we did it last week it worked pretty fine, so kind of interesting.
It happens.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties are a normal thing I've learned in this. It's either Wi-Fi, computers, you name it, we got it.
Hey, Moose, hello.
We got Moose in here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's up, Moose? I see you popping in. How you doing, my man?
Yeah, he's got some cool 3D prints coming out for his Patreon.
Yeah, he actually printed 2 for me.
Ooh.
Before I took my break. When I gave away my 500 one, I gave away a X-Men crystal, and then when I took my break, I had the 6-star one still sitting in my right next to where the computer is.
Oh, you have a 6-star crystal?
Yeah, he made me a OG 6-star crystal.
Ooh, I don't think I've seen that one. That's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I got a ton of his 3D prints. I'm excited to keep collecting them from the Patreon.
Yeah, that CGR one that's coming out this month, man. Oof, that's a banger.
Yeah, actually, I think it's next month. I think this.
Oh,
one's
is it
Warlock.
next month?
Yeah. Yeah, this one's Warlock. You just shipped them out. I think like
true.
a day or 2 ago. Some people already have them.
Yep, that's dope. True. Yeah, that definitely look dope. One of the best, probably the only person I know that does the 3D printing, but the best in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'll vouch for that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
No problem, Moose. That's the truth, man. I give credit when credit's due, my dude.
Yeah, I told him all the time, dude. It's crazy how much stuff he puts into it.
I know he recently was going to do a incursion tournament from Swagger.
Yeah. And
way before, when Swagger was doing the first tournament, I was like, Swagger, you need to get Moose to do this, man. Like, I know some people want the money in the pot, but Moose's stuff is the truth. And then he didn't end up doing it the first time, but I think the second time he ended up doing it, so I was glad I could connect him on that.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's seen the trophy. I have, and it looks so cool. Can't wait.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'll have to peep that. For sure.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Did the X-Sign get lost again?
I have no idea. I know he just left. I thought he was going to come back pretty quick. But we just... Uh-oh. Let me check my... Yeah, maybe it's an internet issue? I wonder.
Maybe.
I guess we can continue with the interview. I don't know what his questions were, but... so you talked about your first time playing contest, how you were in the National Guard?
Yep.
Are you still with the National Guard, or...?
No, I got out in 18.
Okay.
I was in from 13 to 18.
Yeah, cool. Both my parents are active duty in the military, so it's always...
Nice. What MOS, if you don't mind?
They are warrant officers, and they are in the Army. And
nice.
That's it.
Nice. I was 11 Bravo, so infantry.
Okay,
I was grenadier. That's what I ended up doing.
Okay, cool, man.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Yeah. I can't do the Army. I'm like too much of an artist to do it. There's not really much art or stuff to do in the Army.
It's all good. I did it to help pay the schooling.
Yeah.
That's more my main thing. And then when I was younger, I was a little bit of a troublemaker, so I did it to get myself straight too. So
Yeah,
all worked out.
that's what my dad did. So it's always funny to see, or good to see, I say.
Yeah,
All
most
right.
definitely.
Yeah. So you said we can see your content creating, and then let's go to the Futurism Society. What's your role in the Futurism Society, and what do you plan on doing with them?
Uh, well, my role, I haven't been like that was through my a lot of my time off from there, so I wasn't able to help a lot. But since I've been getting back into it, I plan on helping share the treats with it, and then me and Sinister actually made a champion buff of champion as well. But I don't think until the whole group is done and the rest of it is done that we're going to be releasing it. But me and sorry Sinister, but that's one of the main things. Me and you, like, it was my first time ever doing it, so me and Sinister collabed on it, and it was really dope. Like, this champion, I'm excited for when he's gonna pop out, because it's gonna be a whole group of us that a lot of us did it, and yeah, or she, that's true, or
Yeah,
she,
that's awesome, man.
but yeah, it was really fun. It was one of the funnest things. So I plan on hoping on doing more of that for sure.
Yeah, me and I think Turkey Chief. I'm gonna make a post today, but I'm starting the series where I'm playing every single Marvel video game, and then each Marvel video game I'll make a buff and collab with a Futurism Society. So maybe that'd be Turkey, Sinister, any of the members really, and then gonna talk.
That's yeah, that's really dope.
Yeah, we're
I have
gonna.
big hands. Yep. I'm Tom Holland right now, Sinister. I'm sorry. You are either Benedict Cumberbatch or Anthony Mackie. I'm Tom Holland. You might want to just throw the laptop out the window.
Yeah, I can't wait. Speaking of them, I can't wait to see if they're gonna spoil anything or see what happens there. Super
Yeah,
excited.
definitely. And then just recently I started doing the buff concept with first today with 21 Negatron from my Discord server. So that's fun too. Reading over that, and I can't wait to see what he has next on them too.
That was the Juggernaut run, right?
Yeah, that was the Juggernaut one. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out, but look, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I checked it out today, but it was pretty cool. Like how you had your motion. Like if you're away from them, you gain the charges. If you're dashing into them, you do more damage.
Yeah, most definitely. He did a great job on that buff concept. Um, Juggernaut should be OP.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no way he shouldn't be. Like, the dude's unbelievable in the comics, and there's no way he should be nerfed to the ground, just like how Magneto was before we just got this update in August.
Yeah.
Should have been way better.
I think Juggernaut's definitely gonna be a powerhouse. I've been saying it for years, man. He's gonna be up there. It's not his time right now, but we got 4 buffs a month starting
Right.
next month, so it's gotta be soon. I believe
Tidbit
so.
of that is, I hope it's not tied to a SIG ability,
Yeah. Okay.
because I have a 6-star Jugs. I know a lot of us do, but I also have another Mystic T5.
Ooh.
So that man might get it. The only other person that would get it right now is Dragon Man. I think I really want to delve into him and learn more about his kit if I ever get him, because I don't have him in any rarity at all, sadly.
Yeah, me either.
But he seems wild.
So, are you a part of the CCP?
Oh no, I'm not actually. I just applied Thursday.
Yeah. So, what are your plans to do as a member of the CCP? Do you think?
When I am ever grateful to get in there, I plan on doing my Project Insight videos as I do them now, but on the champions that will be coming out. So, like, I know how everybody tries out the champions like Abyss, kind of like what they're doing at Strife, and like who they'd be good for the bosses. But I'd like drove right into it. That's why the Project Insight videos are only once a week, like every Friday, because I just put so much into it, and I literally just play with that character the whole time and just do whatever I can and learn about their kit, their synergies, their interaction with other champions. So that'd be the way that I would go about it. Just help not overhype a champion, but definitely give them their proper due, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're just talking about like show everybody where they shine, like you did with the Abomination.
Yeah, which was
Yeah,
my
so-
longest one to date yet. But that was definitely long. That's why I timestamped that, baby, because I knew it was gonna be a lot of reading.
Yeah. So with that, The Immortal Abomination video is actually really cool. I watched it today earlier, and
Thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah, it's really intricate the way he works because he applies so many debuffs.
Mm-hmm.
Would you care to explain a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, of course. I run the Resonant Mastery, which I did for Abyss to go against GG. So I also run the What Yours Is Mine lane, so that's why he applies the weaknesses off just hitting him. But there's a lot of fun interactions. So when a champion hits into them, they apply a weakness to themselves. So it's not a long. It's only for a short time, a bit, but it gives you a great opening. Like how I said in the first part of the video, when Tigra is going against that, Tigra can't go unblockable when there's a weakness. That's one of her Achilles heels, as I would say. Then you just have the poison from the self poison counter, and that's why the dupe ability, in my opinion, is really important because you start with 3 poisons already. So that kicks in willpower, and that also speeds up your poison counter that you get from hitting the champion and them hitting you. And that's every 10 then a poison is applied. And then the way that I get into it is like if it's a longer fight, I go for the SB3, which applies that acid burn that, in my opinion, I compare it to. It's a mix of like Nova Flame and Omega Red's Death Field because no champion is immune to it. I tested out on some robots even, and no champion's immune on that one. But that gives the where you can go unblockable for X amount of seconds, and then you also would be applying the acid burn, which just instantly melts them, and it also applies the petrify, which you can get from a longer lasting one than your SP1, which we know that degenerates health and then a power gain on it too. So he's very intricate damage over time champion, but he also has a great physical resistance too.
Yeah. So another thing you have on your YouTube channel, you have some war videos. Who or what tier war is your alliance in, and what map? I guess do you guys have the tactics and stuff?
So yeah, I am in tier 1/2. Matters about we were tier 1 most of the time, and then we won out with tier 1, and then we went to this off season tier 2, which was weird. So our leader gave that to hopefully put in a ticket for that. We ran stubborn, so which is the defensive champion is stubborn, and if you dex, they become indestructible. But if you use a stubborn champion, that can nullify it with their own like red negative indestructible charges, so they wouldn't go indestructible. I don't know what we're running now because there's a lot of new chess pieces to the board. Usually with the mega boosting, but now there's no noted links, which is very interesting. And then since they got rid of stubborn, they only have protect, regenerator, and I think bulwark now. I think that's the third one that they brought back.
I think it's Bulwark.
Yep, which was used before Omega, not Omega, but with Magneto. And before Magneto was a god, and now they brought it back, but it's a little different. So I'm interested to see that one for sure. So it looks like we're running Bulwark at the moment, and right now in this off-season war, we're going against a team that has Protect, which can be a pain in the hiney a little bit.
And that's the regenerate, right? The protect.
No, Protect is like large and X large champions.
Oh, okay.
And when you dex them, they get charges, and basically they added protection on them if you do over damage of 300%, I think, what's capped on them, and they can get up to 4 or 5. And the only way to get around it is intercepting. So you have to be really good at intercepting, or you can quake, which everybody loves to do. I have a quake and I just pulled a ghost, but I not skilled with them champions. I use a whole variety of Jack in the Box of them.
Yeah, it seems like you like to shine those champions where they should.
Yeah.
So, who are some of your favorite champs to bring to war and or quest, and who are some of the champs that are the toughest to fight in those areas?
All right. Well, in our tire, we don't really get a choice of who to bring. We get told who to bring. by our officer/leader. So they assign the pass and minis and fights and all that. So basically, what we're told we bring, and then you could throw in some curveballs like I did last war as well. A lot of the times I was taking Node 25, which is footloose. You can't reduce their ability accuracy, and there's another part of that node. But I fought a lot of different champions there with Doom. I fought a Mole Man, couple Mole Mans, some R3s, and then R5 5-stars. I fought a Sasquatch with, and then a tidbit about that Mole Man is, you know how with Doom he has the passive shock, and then you could passively stun him.
Yeah.
That Mole Man's actually shock immune, so you have to get the white mags pre-fight to basically bypass that. That's a little tidbit around that way. Node and war if you're going against a Mole Man with stubborn right there, where you would do that. And then I've gone against Sasquatches there, and then I've also gone against Killmongers there, and that's also with Doom. Doom I used a lot this season. Before that, Doom was on when I was in Aiden Graphite, which is a Master's ally, before I took my break. I didn't get to have Doom. He was on defense, so this was the first time I actually got to play a lot with Doom. So yeah, I went against Killmonger, but the key around that, you have to have the Mr. Fantastic armor breaks energy. So I was rolling out with a 3-star, just heavy into him to break that, so he doesn't have the reverberation. So, and there a lot of them are hard to fight. Definitely Havoc's always still hard to fight. Really, I don't know. There's a couple different other ones. I had a great war season. Ended up going 56-2, and I only died to a Havoc, which next time I ever go against this Havoc, I won't. I learned about my lesson about that, what boost to use and what specials. And then I died to Void on 39, who with Elsa I've soloed every other time, but ended up having a crappy time there. But I was able to redeem myself and have my first war boss solo against a Killmonger with CGR, so that was pretty great. Yes,
that's awesome.
Yep.
So with 39 KOs and what, 2 deaths in your war season?
No, 56-2. Yeah.
56-2. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty hectic war.
Yeah, man. I took a lot of fights, and most of my fights actually were mini. So I would usually go on the left side of the map. I would usually take 25, which is that footloose node, and then I would take 39, which is redouble and termination, EB flow and intercept, and I think there's another node connected to that. And then I would also take the Rage Mini a lot as well. And I would usually go against a Vision Arcus there. That was mostly with Doom right there. Yep.
Yeah, I can't fight Vision Orcus. He's so annoying. I try Beardo a lot, but I'm not as high-end player as you are.
Hey, man, I don't know. I'm not really. I don't even do I'm sorry. My apologies.
Yeah, we're only in Silver 1, I believe, so I'm nowhere near as high as that and tier level in AW.
Hey, it's all good. No worries, man. To be honest, I don't even play Doom. A lot of people talk about how I play Doom, and I honestly don't play with them right to like how the normal rotation. But I asked, did I die though? Never died though. So I guess I'm doing something right a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, have you ever been recording a video and then just mess up and just get KO'd in 3 hits, or does that ever happen?
That's what happened in that war video when I was with Elsa, and ended up taking Killmonger as the boss. I was so down on myself. That was my first death of the season. I was hoping for a deathless season. I was really devastated, and then I went against that Void every other time in that fight. And I guess I was just off my game on that because I got riggedy wrecked. I was just so down about it. I just hate dying. I hate failing.
Yeah. So have you? Are you? I would assume you're a throne breaker, right?
Yeah. At the moment I have every piece of content done.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
All your lanes in Abyss and everything.
Yeah, that's why I run what I was talking about earlier about the Abyss line chat. I run a chat to help players plan out their pass and had them save the units, and there's a bunch of different people in there, like Gliscor mentioned Coop, there's Munash in there, there's Karate Mike, bunch of different people.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool. So could you talk a little bit about your Abyss paths?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I did it, because I did
Or
it way
not?
back.
I don't know.
I did it way back in July. You can ask me about like a fight in there if you want. I can try to remember. It's been a hot minute. Like last summer when I finished, like June, July, yeah.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
So it's been a while.
Yep. The last thing I did was 7.1, so that was
Yes. So
content.
I mean, how did you find 7.1?
I thought it was very refreshing. It wasn't gimmicky at 6.2, which I hated doing. Hated the gates. I 100% Act 6 before it was all buff too. So I did it the old way. Definitely the pain in the butt way. 7.1 was super fun. Them bosses and the lanes, there's just so many counters you can use, and it's great. That gives a variety to players. They definitely put out refreshing content this time. And I hope the rest of Book 2, Act 7, whichever way you call it, is definitely like that, because I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah. So do you think they'll? Do you think that they'll look at this piece of content and then try and go back to Act 5 and Act 6 and try and do something like rework that to make it the same? Or do you think they're just going to leave Act 5 and Act 6 alone?
That's a very good question. I think if they were going to do it, they might have done it already, which way they nerfed the attack values with how they kind of did. But I think maybe leave it the same, because Act 5 wasn't bad. Act 6 is where it got a pain in the butt, and now Act 7 is good. So, excuse me. In my opinion, I think they should just leave it how it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair.
Do you do any incursions tournaments or anything like that?
I did it once. Didn't do too so hot. I don't really play incursions a lot, but I was thinking about getting back into it, because this one that'd be a nice way to get them extra 6-star shards, so I can get more features. So
Yeah.
I might get back into it a little bit.
Okay. So how do you feel about this month's side event and the way that they announced it? Do you think it was a little too confusing to players, or do you think that they explained enough and just rolled out with the event?
I think it was a little too confusing with players, because at first I ended up playing the Spider-Man quest for like two of my runs, and I didn't know that you can maximize your tokens and accumulate the the objectives quicker if you ran the mutant, which gave you 3. I think they definitely should have explained it better. A lot of it's like basically the telephone game, and everything gets lost in translation. That's why a lot of I think Cat made a visual guide for it, infographic. That's why definitely infographics come handy, because sometimes words can be mistranslated, but a picture paints a clearer one.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I totally agree. So did you go for the shards or the rank up material the first round?
I went for the shards. Still, actually, haven't changed
both
it.
rounds?
Yeah, because right now I am sitting on full on T5, and I got 3 in the inventory, and then I have skill, science, and mystic form T5, and then halfway to another science and a mutant.
Okay, so who do you think you're going to take up to rank 3 next?
Well, out of the classes, mutant, I am going for the featured. APOC would be nice, or Professor X, because I've seen some crazy things Professor X is. He's definitely a high skill champ. I would like to learn a lot more about him, definitely get into him. But I'm Magneto probably at the moment. Just simple and easy to use.
Is that red mags or white mags?
Red mags.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love them.
And then for science, I have an undupe Hulk, Red Hulk.
Nice.
He might get it, but then there's also Yellow Jacket. I have him, and if his basically buff is great, and he doesn't need a SIG ability, I might pull the trigger on him. He's at R1 right now. And then Mystic, I am trying to get Dragon Man. That's what I featured. I definitely want him. And and but if I end up duping Man Thing, I would take him to R3 for sure. Man Thing's more of a he's not only defensive, but he has good offensive. Like I used him on the old Ashton Wash Mysterio. He definitely pulled some weight for me, and he also has a good synergy with my man, the Board of Abomination. So,
What's the synergy with him and Immortal Abomination?
I can't remember off the tip of my head. Let me look real quick.
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
You're good.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
He has fairest of them all. So it gives heavy attacks inflict armor broke, reducing the armor rating by 250 for 15 seconds for Immortal Avon, which I mentioned in Variant 6 was good for that with Venom the Duck because I brought him with a villain. And then for Man Thing, the combat's power rate is reduced by up to 50% based on the agitation when struck by a special attack. So it helps him in a more offensive manner.
All right. JX, is there any other questions you got?
Yeah. So, if out of all the champs in the game, which one would you want buffed?
New school or old school? Like recent or old? Or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Like any champ in the game right now, which one do you want?
I am a Nova fanboy.
Yeah,
I was so excited
cool.
I was so excited when he came out. That was the first champion I ever grinded for in Arena. Put up 65 mil for him.
Ooh.
And that's one of my actually first YouTube videos I was doing with him too. Was with Nova. Yeah, I want him buffed because Nova is one of the strongest cosmic characters in the comic books, and hopefully is shaping up to be in the MCU because Feige was talking about bringing Sam Alexander and Richard Rider, the one that we have, and Nova needs to hit a lot harder.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He kind of hits like a wet noodle. I don't get me wrong, I like the guy, but he definitely needs a update or a buff. That would make me so happy, so happy.
Yeah, he's a recent 6-star on my roster, so.
Yep, I have him as a 6-star as well, unduped. I have Terex also as my recent R2 of my Cosmic, and I think I might R3 him depending. I was going to do this even before this update on him, but even after with update, I think I'm going to pull the trigger on him.
Okay, yeah, he's supposed to hit a lot harder, so.
Yep.
Yeah, I just pulled Terex as a 5-star, so I'm kind of waiting to pull the trigger.
I can also run him with my CDR too. That'd be nice.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that was the person you wanted buffed. Who is the one person you want added to the game?
That's a really good question. There's a couple different ones I'd like to see. If it was like a Halloween type of one, Werewolf by Night would be pretty dope, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely him. For mutants, I would like to see Cannonball. Cannonball would be really sweet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Cannonball would be cool.
Yeah, a lot of this I drove from my other Future Society team member, other Gabe. A lot of his his polls on there is definitely there's some mutants on there I've not even really drove my knowledge into, and they have extremely awesome kits like Darwin. I learned about him watching the X-Men movie, but Darwin would be pretty good too.
That X-Men movie gets on my nerves every time, man. They killed the unkillable mutant on screen. Yeah. Just, it's a pet peeve of mine every time that I see that scene.
Yeah, I know. That's why that a lot of it they messed up in that franchise. That's why I'm hoping MCU X-Men rights or wrong on that. Same thing with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, so I forgot what I was gonna say. Have you watched any of the WandaVision or any of the MCU movies?
Yeah, I've watched all of them. With WandaVision, I am actually on episode 2. I have not watched episode 3 yet. I'm waiting to watch that with my wife.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely watch it.
All right,
it's great.
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
I heard episode 3 was a banger.
Oh yeah.
And I knew these first episodes were going to be a slow start and basically show off reality. But I knew that it was going to get more into it, and I know. Then, from what I'm hearing, it's definitely after this episode, the transitioning next is definitely going to get into it. Because, in my honest opinion, I from all the subtle hints, I'm hoping Mephisto is one of the villains beside Wanda herself, because this is going to be pretty much a reverse House of M storyline, in my opinion. Instead of no more mutants, maybe she creates mutants.
Yeah. I can see that.
With the Mephisto though, there's just so many Easter eggs, like Scratchy. It's like Old Scratch is like another synonym for devil. Yep, and then Devil's in the Details, which Agatha Harkness is the witch that taught Scarlet Witch about her powers, and the funny tidbit of her husband's and her anniversary is the Salem witch trials with June 2nd. So there's a lot of details.
Yeah,
there's.
You can go on. You can go on.
There's a lot going on, which is super cool. And with all this stuff going on, do you think there could be like future champ buffs or future champions with these new TV shows going on?
Yes. Oh, actually, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Definitely how they showed little tidbits of Wonder Man. I would like to see him in the contest a lot. Yeah. Definitely Wonder Man.
Oh yeah.
Because in the comics, that's how Ultron creates Vision's personality is Wonder Man, basically like his twin, kind of.
There's a theory about that.
I know she's pregnant, so I knew she's gonna have the twins. But Speed and Wiccan, that would be good. Some good ones also. Buffs wise, Doctor Strange getting a new variant or buff would be pretty awesome too, because Doc Strange is a great character, one of the power of sorcerers in the game, so he definitely needs some love there. And there's just so many. Like, they showed the Wizard, the Grim Reaper. They showed his skull in the Bewitched type episode 2.
Yeah,
there's just a lot of it. Hopefully it's gonna be great, because there's just so many shows come out. Like, maybe we get Photon, like Monica Rambeau's is or Pulsar, her type of Captain Marvel character that she gets.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's basically a lot of possibilities. That's why I was hoping, like how, and I know we just got Hercules, we'll get him during the summer. That's why I was hoping people would vote for Morbius as well, because as you can see, Morbius is getting pushed back again. And it's not a given that we get these champions. And I think Morbius would be a pretty dope one to the game as well. That's why this whole multiverse is going to be awesome, especially with these Spider-Mans. Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for a trailer on that one. And then Falcon Winter Soldier, we got a bunch of that there. Hopefully send up the Thunderbolts, getting hopefully maybe Songbird, U.S. Agent, so Dark Captain America. Baron Zemo, I think Baron Zemo would be awesome, being a villain-type Nick Fury, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, all his synergies would increase the villains, kind of like how Nick Fury does with heroes.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be a good one, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I guess looking into the future, how did you become part of the Futurism Society?
I actually got asked. I can't remember by who. I don't know if it was Imagine Jim or other Gabe. I don't know if Sinister could help me, enlighten me on this one, because I was one of the last ones, I think. I was the third last one of the last 3 to be revealed. Oh, you were the last? Yeah, I was thinking I was one of the last.
Yeah, I think you were third last, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I was third to last. I think Sinister was the last.
Okay. So,
but hey,
what kind of is your role in the Futurism Society?
Well, I took my little break, and then I was sharing the tweets with that also.
Oh yeah, we talked about this earlier.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit when you were gone.
Oh shoot, so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. And then me and Sinister, I won't pull Tom Holland this time, but me and him made our own champion kit that's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait till everybody else is done so we can show you guys. It's a group of a superhero team. That's all I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna bite my lip anymore. I'm gonna throw out the. And so all of us have a part of a team. I'm gonna throw out the laptop on this one, but the only thing I will give you guys is it's a team of a champion that's already in MCOC. It's a team that he resides in. He or she resides in.
Mm-hmm.
I won't kiss and tell anymore.
Okay. So yeah, is there anything else you want to promote on here, Ink?
Um, no, I honestly just want to say I'm grateful that a lot of people like my content and they use my content as helping them learn about their champions or learn about certain paths in Act 6 or fight in Abyss. I'm just forever grateful that I have a lot of supporters because when I first started this, I didn't think I was going to do so hot. But I guess people like my content, so I'm just blessed that people do. It makes me happy helping people. That's always just how I've been since I was younger, so I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that I got people that support me, like the whole Futurism Society and all my subscribers. I appreciate all of you. The 100% real on that one.
Awesome. Is there? I guess I only have one more question. Is there any champion that you've had the most fun playing with?
Okay, well, Elsa definitely was taking the cake on that one. And then long shot I've always liked messing with as well. I know you. One of the things you first brought up when I was a long shot fanboy for sure. Mortal Abomination has really. I've had so much fun with him lately. That's why I'm hoping to him. I'm in the next feature. I'd like to get him as a 6-star. That would be fantastic. And I also want to get Falcon because a lot of things he can do now as well would be really great too.
Oh yeah, yeah. My dad just got him, and he ranked 2, and I think he might have ranked 3 him soon. He loves him.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then a little bit. One thing I want to say for next week for my Project Insight, I actually give you guys a little hint. I'm doing a Spider-Man variant character as next Friday's release. I'm almost done with the filming on that, and then I just have to do the recording. So it's going to be a Spider-Man character that I'm doing.
Nice, yeah. I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah. So you did say you were going to start streaming soon. Is there any time we could? Is there any like schedule that you're going to stick to or anything like that?
Well, that's a very good question. Unfortunately, I don't know if you were here about that, or you might have exited on. My computer is having some issues at the moment, so I'm gonna try actually to do a test stream after we get done, and because my cousin remote setup started it and tried to handle that. If not, I might have to wait to stream with a laptop in Streamlabs when I get an upgrade of a computer, and then if I might stream off of Omelet. I've done it before, like 4 streams. I know it's not the best, but people at least be able to interact and people can steer with the content. When it comes to times, it's kind of sporadic. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm married and have a almost 2-year-old, so it's kind of hard to plan around. But I would shoot for maybe like a Friday or a Saturday night, maybe depending if I'm not out of town. But I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. You'll be the first people to know.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
I'll definitely go. Yeah.
So, yeah, you said if you don't, where would you normally stream at? If you could just drop a link in the Discord so I can promote it for you. I mean, just least I could do.
normally stream at. Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna try to do Streamlabs off of YouTube. If not, I'm gonna try to do like I was saying, I'm going to try to do Omelet. And I think it's just off the YouTube itself. It still has the URL off there. So
okay.
That's why I've been mostly restricted to doing videos. That's what I've been doing as for a while because that's my streaming issues. Because I literally tried to upgrade the RAM, CPU, and the hard drive. And yeah, the issues are still kind of crappy.
All right. Well, I think that's about it. Sorry for all the fucking crazy wackiness that is my computer.
Hey man, it happens. Like I was saying, I had technical difficulties earlier. I did like 3 test streams. People were like, "What the hell's going on? Your thing's lagging. I can't hear you." It's computers, man. That's the way that we live life. It's all good, and in my opinion, shit happens. It's all good.
Yeah, for sure. Once again, thanks for being here with us and spending your Saturday evening here in Exit Interviews.
Hey, no problem.
And everybody have a great night.
Appreciate it. I would love to do this again sometime. Just let me know. I'm definitely grateful and honored that you guys thought of me to do this. Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Thank you again.
Yep.
All right.
No problem.
So I'll kick Craig out, and that'll be it.
Yeah, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Moose.
that. Yeah, no problem.
Sinister, Glysaur, Slayer just joined.
Slayer, man, you missed it, man. Missed
yeah.
pretty much the whole interview, bro. I even put in the Futurism Society group chat to Jim. I said, "Found the horns. I'm ready."
Thanks everybody for being here.